Alright guys, what's going on? As you can see, things are a little bit different here. You're staring me right in my face, and we're not playing any search right now. As you guys can see from the title of the video, today we're going to be trying to build a PC. And I say trying because we got to do it. There's no fucking option. Sold my pancreas for this shit, so it better work out. Anyway, that being said, let's get right into this. And got the old setup here, as you guys can see. And the first thing we're going to need is our power supply. Upgraded this bitch, so hopefully we get no surges, anything like that. So that way we can put Linus on, because he's going to be helping my ass out a lot here. Alright guys, that took way too long. Got everything plugged in. Also had to run to the store, get some nice cable management shit, so hopefully this actually comes in handy, or I can actually use it. I don't know. Either way, we got the video pulled up, and let's just fucking get into this shit.
Alright, so I'm going to be breaking it down a little bit here, guys, because I was a little too excited and was more worried on just building that. So the first thing we're going to do is get our power supply and plug that bitch in.
Alright, that bitch is plugged in. That's a fucking pain in the ass. I love my desk, but man, that is not enjoyable to do.
Alright. Now we got our power supply plugged in, we can connect this little bracelet to our wrist, make sure that bitch is nice and tight, and then connect it to our power supply. Once it's to our power supply, we are officially grounded, and I can touch my motherboard and my other components and not worry about having to fry anything. I'm still kind of worried, but minor details. On to grabbing this bitch. So I'm listening to Linus here, and he says you can only grab it by the big pieces. So I try to do my best with that. That also being said, you're supposed to use the box so you don't squish anything or scrape anything off. I think it's something like that. I don't really know. I watch the video and I do what he says.
Okay. Okay. All right. That was scary. That was fucking horrifying. I don't want to do that ever again. I don't ever want to do that. That was the most fucking horrible thing ever. I was so panicked taking it out of the box for no reason.
And not even 2 seconds later, I thought I left something in the box. You like that little one-handed technique right there? You see that? You see that? I made that up myself. I ain't seen nobody do that.
Pre-installed. It's pre-installed. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. It's like I can literally feel it on my hand. That was a stupid idea.
So two things I want to just say real quick. The one, that wasn't your fucking microwave, your food's not done, that was the diabetes. And the other thing is I have the sweatiest fucking hands in the world. I'm probably the worst person to do this.
The first thing we're gonna do.
Say 6 performance. Push down the arm here. Lift up this bad boy right here. Find the little golden triangle.
Yo, Linus is going fast here, man. This guy's built so many computers in his life. Look at him fucking go. Look at him fucking go.
Now, it's time to get this thing installed. All we've got to do is...
Alright, so just so you don't hear Linus more than me this video, I'm going to jump in right here. So you got to press down the thing, obviously, to release the holder for your CPU. It's honestly not that bad. But the next part is you have to find these two little triangles. There's one on your CPU, there's one in your CPU holder. I'm going to be honest, I could not find the one on my CPU to save my life. It was like right in front of me, and once I looked everything up, I was like, holy shit, how did I not see this? But I'd rather be safe than sorry here, because if I fucked this up, my whole rest of my PC just wouldn't have worked, and there would have been no point in even finishing the build. You know what I mean? So always just be safe. Always double check things, you know what I mean? Especially with these kind of components. Alright, so you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments if I just got extremely lucky dropping my CPU in there or what. Because I got it first try, didn't have to struggle, went right in there, lined up, and same with the CPU holder. I mean, that obviously I didn't expect to be a problem, but a little easier than I thought. However, the struggle will come later, that is for sure.
Hold on to this though. If you ever need to RMA your motherboard back to the manufacturer, they will require you to have this. Now let's talk about another area where we saved a few bucks.
All right.
And just like that, we're already onto our memory. Now this one isn't too bad. You just kind of line it up and then you push it until it clicks. I got a little bit of extra leverage here just to make sure though.
All right.
Alright, and obviously it's basically rinse and repeat with the next one. However, the odd thing with the memory is they're not going to be right next to each other, so there's 4 slots. It's not really going to be 1 and 2, it's going to be like 2 and 4, or 1 and 3, something like that. Obviously, each motherboard is different, so look at yours. That being said, if you're watching and building a PC along, you're a fucking freak. Please don't do that. I barely got mine to work, so don't use this as a baseline.
Mmm.
So I'll be honest, the storage is where I struggled a lot because there was this little screw with this little black piece on it, and I guess I was supposed to keep it in there, but I couldn't fit it in there with it in there, so I tried a different screw. I don't know, I just tried a whole bunch of different stuff, and I won't lie to you guys, I'm not going to point it out, but you might have noticed the foam was a little messed up there. It doesn't matter, as long as it works. Hey, you know we had to get it sooner or later, and then it was on to our CPU cooler, and I hate to
Right.
say,
Holy, I might have gone a lot of overkill here. Definitely bought my own thermal paste.
so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't read more directions than I ever have in my entire life before. I've never read this many directions, I never want to again, but I really just wanted to make sure I didn't fuck something up. That being said, it was pretty straightforward from here. It was just take the old brackets off, install the new ones to hold the cooler, just follow the directions.
Well, I am the builder, not the.
So, funny story, I actually installed them upside down. So we switched it around real quick, and then it was on to the scary part. Yeah, the scary part was the thermal paste. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm still a little worried that I fucked it up and didn't put enough on. You can see, obviously, at first, I put on arguably way too much, and I'm also doing something weird and reading the directions and listening to them because it says 1 dot in the middle and then 4 more on the outside around it. That's probably not optimal, but I didn't really know what to do because this CPU has the holes in it, and I was kind of worried about just putting a big old chunk in the middle and then it running down into the CPU. I don't know, man. Alright, it's my first time. I was stressing. Now, if anybody watching this knows anything, please let me know, because I have a feeling I fucked up right here and took a
Really
little
make that
bit
shit
too
look so-
much off.
And what the fuck way is this supposed to go now? Holy fuck, dude, I'm about to have a stroke. Yes, it would. Yeah.
So you guys are going to have to use your imagination here, because for some reason, with the light on, I just can't manage to plug it in. However, the minute I turn my light off, I can get it perfectly, so just get a little bit creative. Just like that, it was the time I'd been waiting for so long to open up this big ass box that's been taking up so much room in the corner, just to see what it actually looks like, to see if I got a good one, or to see if I fucked up and wasted my money on a shitty looking case.
Oh. It's not even the right way up.
So at this point, I'm basically just looking through the wires, kind of getting familiar with what I got here, because my next step is going to be putting my motherboard on these 9 little pegs here, and you got to be really careful lining them up so you don't scratch anything on the back of your motherboard, or, I don't know, accidentally take one off, worst case scenario. So I sped this up just to save us all time, because this took me a long time. I was so worried about scratching something or not lining it up. Then, after making sure everything was lined up, we got to put the first screw in. And after doing the first screw, we did that 9 more times. And just like that, we were on to our first fans. However, I got a little jumpy here and just started installing, and then I checked my phone because I had a picture of the best layouts for the fans and realized I installed them in the wrong spots. So, after uninstalling them, I installed them in the right spots, and we were back to business.
Motherfucker.
So I'm going to save us all a little time here. This is the last fan you're going to see get installed, and then I'll just show you guys the end result.
What the fuck? Alright, so we got all of our fans in. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the inside, we got 7, 8, 9 fans. Probably pretty fucking overkill, but you know what? It's not going to overheat. And I also took the ambition and installed the fan hub. Hopefully that's in a good spot. I feel like I've seen people do it before, so I said, fuck it, why not?
So I sped this up because right here I'm just kind of fiddling with the wires, because you just got to push them to the front, so that way I can actually plug everything into my motherboard. So we'll get to the fun part real quick.
Oh, down here we got that. That's that little perfect thing right there. You know, I'm not quite sure what this is, but this does seem to be the right slot for it. Okay.
So it was after this point of only getting one wire plugged in that I kind of ran into some trouble, because my motherboard didn't match Linus's. He was using Intel, I'm using AMD, so I had to look some things up. Also, as you guys are going to notice, at some point when I turned my GoPro back on, it was in short format. I guess my head was turned or something. So I'm going to skip through this section as quick as possible and just show you guys plugging in my wires and a little bit of my cable management.
Ooh, there she is, man. Shitty light for you guys to see, but there she is.
So I just want to say, it's going to switch right back in about 15 seconds. I just wanted to include this because I thought it was kind of special. You know, the first time I get a look at my GPU, or any GPU for that matter, or even touch one. Do you guys remember those fans that I installed in the wrong spot earlier? It was also at this point that I realized I had installed them a little too early again, and I couldn't plug in my GPU without uninstalling them.
Oh shit, this means I gotta unplug them in the back too. Now hopefully rightly assume, I mean, it's one of these two.
So I want everybody to learn a very valuable lesson from this next part, alright? Just watch very carefully.
That didn't sound like the greatest noise ever.
Believe it or not, that actually wasn't it.
What the fuck is going on? This thing does not want to go in. Oh, because there's a fucking protector on it, dude. Holy shit. I'm a fucking retard. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. 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 Look at how much easier that was. Time to put the graphics card in.
Yo, wait, what was I doing before? Why are we putting the graphics card in again? I thought it was already in. It was so easy, I said. What am I doing? Did you hear that? That's what I was missing before. That nice click. Also, I include that whole thing in there because I really want you guys to know if I can build a PC, you guys can really build one at home. I mean, I fucked this thing up.
This nice Elgato thing I got, right? I'm gonna want to install this while I have both those slots off and while I don't have a fan in there, because that's actually gonna let me know whether or not I'm gonna be able to put a fan in here, because I think my graphics card is blocking the yeah it might be blocking that other slot there, so we're gonna have to use the bottom one, and I have a feeling we're gonna be -1 fan if we use the bottom one there.
See, my greedy ass knew that if I use that bottom PCI slot, I'm going to be down a fan, and I bought the fan, so I wanted to use it. Turns out, that was a horrible idea. I should have gone with that one in the first place, because the clearance in between my GPU and that capture card, there wasn't any, I'll be honest, as you guys are probably going to see here. And I don't have it on video, but after I fully built my PC, I probably had to take it apart 14 times to get this damn capture card to work. And on the 14th time, I decided to use that bottom PCI slot and uninstall the fan for about the 5th time. And it finally decided to work. And at the very end, I'll give you guys a little rundown on what the PC looks like now. So this was a really good time. So I had no way to tighten the back screws for my fans, so I grabbed the smallest Allen wrench possible and crammed my hands into the back of my case and just kind of wiggled it until I felt like they were tight enough. I'm going to save you guys and spare you from having to watch the other one. You get the point from watching one of them.
Oh, that is not what you want. That is absolutely not what you want at all. Not at all. So, what I was going to say is I can go ahead and grab my nice little side panel here. I should be able to put this bitch right on there. Hopefully that marks just shit. I see that scrape. Fuck, dog. Hopefully that's not down my whole case. I don't know. If it is, that's just a scratch. Add some personality or some shit like that.
So it's at this point, we were on to a really fun part for me. We were unhooking ourselves from the static bracelet, unplugging our power supply, and then plugging all of our PC components into the power supply. Now I was really worried because nobody really talks about the static electricity, how much you have to worry, if you have to worry about it, how long you have, anything like that. So I just want to say I was a little stressed out through this. So you guys remember how I said it was a very stressful situation. So I may have forgotten to plug in my GPU, you know, kind of a important thing to do. So I had to quickly take everything out, look up where my GPU gets plugged in, and then plug that bitch in. Alright, now with that situation avoided, we could move on and put everything back together again. it was here that I finally got a second to take a nice little breather, just take some things out of the box, get the monitor ready, put the monitor stand together, you know, get the old mouse and keyboard out.
It's a little sketchy. Okay, they were labeled. I'm just stupid. It's a very malleable cable. I don't know how I feel about that. Supposed to plug into R. Plug into R. Shit. You know what I'm saying there? I know we're supposed to plug into our graphics card. That's what I'm trying to say there. My brain's fucking fried after doing all this bullshit. Supposed to plug into our graphics card. So I got that one into the graphics card. And now I'm probably going to get my mouse and keyboard out and listen to Linus.
Voltage sagging and brownouts. This is especially true when other high power hits your PC or display, but failing that, I'd recommend it
Directly to your motherboard's chipset. They're not going to use the extra performance of a faster port anyway.
Look at that.
And plugging them into secondary
Same mouse I have, but
or
now it's
added
new.
parts. In case, you're going to need to get a Y cable like this one, unless you have something in the box. Exactly what you need. One last thing. If you're using a desktop with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth,
Oh my god, dude, look at how far those keys stick out.
screwing your antennas,
Hold on. What the fuck? Why do these keys stick so far out? Look at that. Oh my god. Oh. That's gonna be horrible for you guys. You guys are gonna hate when I type. Holy shit, that's amazing. Pretty sure they just go into here. Ooh, finish bio or flash BIOS. That's interesting. Alright. Hopefully that's the right John right there. John in there. Said plug. Now I think we're on to the turning on step, which I'm fucking stressed. Dude, I don't remember which way is fucking on, but I think that is on. I think things are getting powered now, okay? I think we have the power.
I'm not ashamed to say I had to hit a prayer quick. I was stressed out about this. I had no faith in myself.
Alright, man, I think it's been a couple of seconds. Alright, man. Alright, man. Okay. Okay. I hear fans. We got one light. Okay. Oh, fuck, I didn't turn my monitor on. How the fuck do I turn my monitor on, bro? What the fuck? Yo, monitor. Oh, she's booting on. Come on, monitor. Come on, monitor. What the fuck are you doing, monitor? Monitor, you're lagging. Monitor, I need you fucking on, bro. Am I pressing the wrong fucking button? Was that it? I was pressing the wrong fucking button. Suck my whole dick, dude. Suck my whole dick. As you can see, this is a very tenuous...
actually a more common mistake than
DP, what the fuck is DP? HDMI 2? Oh, it's just going through the options?
no power has been. Oh, even for us. Now that fan spin is
Nope.
achieved, it's time to game, right? Not yet. Nearly pressure.
It's trying to shoot through the options because it's not getting
All the above. That usually
anything.
gets the job done. The exact layout of this setup
No
will
signal?
vary all alarm machines.
Nope, that is plugged into the right one.
No mouse.
Alright, man, I gotta run back this video. The fuck did he say?
Oh, even for us. Now that
Oh,
fan
green light?
spin is achieved, it's time to game, right? Not yet. Nearly.
Hold on. We're going back to the manual. What the fuck that green light mean, man? What the fuck the green light mean, man? Fucking 82 page, fucking 164 page German manual. Let's get this bitch. Tell me about my lights, man. The fuck do you mean? Alright. Boot indicates booting is not detected or failed. What? Easy debug LED lights. Indicates the status of motherboard. Boot. Indicates the booting device is not detected or fail. Okay. It's So what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do about that?
So I'm not gonna hold you guys. I had to use ChatGPT. I used it throughout this entire build, and honestly, I don't think this build would have went the way it did without it. Nobody could get me an answer, especially specific to my motherboard. So I truly think without this, I would have been screwed here.
So I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. So we got to take our PC apart here. And my first thought is, well, A, our fan isn't working right there, and we also need to put another fan in right there. But I'm thinking I'm going to check the power connections and try the reboot and hope and pray that that works. Do I think it's going to? No, I think I'm going to have to reseed my driver, but would I rather not have to do that? Or reseed my graphics card? Would I rather not have to do that? Fucking absolutely, if I can avoid it. Okay, this will be my final touch on this. And then we raw dog in it, I guess. Great, actually. I could probably screw in my fan right now. I guess we're gonna do the outlet. I was like, I know the back pops off, don't lie to me.
Alright, this is a pretty important thing right here. This is where I'm going through and checking all my connections, making sure that everything's plugged in, everything's tight, and good to go. Alright, and now it was time to put everything back together and then plug everything in again.
Alright, let's try this boot up again. Oh, okay, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, let's fucking go. Oh, there's no fucking way right now. Oh, there's no fucking way. Oh, holy shit, dude. Holy shit, guys. I think I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I couldn't be more happy. I've never been so happy in my life. I thank God for this accomplishment.
So I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is where all this BIOS stuff comes in. Basically updating all your firmware and your motherboard. And I'm basically just going to skip over all this because I just had to look everything up because I have no idea. And we also ended up installing Windows because obviously we need an operating system. Something to, you know, run the computer on. And basically everything kind of went off without a hitch, I'd like to say. And so that basically brings us to now. It's been a couple days, about 4 or 5, since I built the computer. It's running smooth, everything's going good. So far, I think the thermal paste is holding. And if you guys enjoyed the build, enjoyed what you saw, maybe drop a like, get a sub, and catch you guys in the next one.